I know this is a World Cup podcast, but I feel like part of the World Cup, like a storyline that's been adopted into the World Cup, just because of where we are, has been the New York Knicks. I know this sounds weird, but it felt like one of the World Cup games.
Yes.
It just felt like it part of the euphoria because you had New York City packed with Moroccan fans, packed with Brazilian fans, and packed with New York Knicks fans.
The funny thing about that is Brazil played Morocco.
All three believing that they were going to win.
And all of them very passionate.
Truly.
And all of them dominating every space.
Truly.
They come into. The funny thing about that is I don't come from a basketball country.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you're in New York and New York is winning, it's very infectious.
It's crazy, man.
Very contagious.
It's beautiful.
The energy in New York is, as you said, people are friendlier. It just feels.
Yeah.
And so when Brazil was playing Morocco, which is supposed to be a huge, big game, it felt like a curtain raiser for the next game later that night.
It actually did.
Yes.
It literally did feel like that. Yeah. And I think in many ways it also felt like a curtain raiser for the specter of like triumph in the face of everyone saying it was impossible. I know Morocco didn't win.
Yes.
But
the way they played Brazil off the park. Yes.
I mean, they outplayed Brazil. It didn't feel like. By the way, I was surprised that Vinicius got man of the match.
Yes, it should have been Ayoub.
I was really surprised.
But I think also, I feel like when you score a goal, normally that.
Yeah, they give you like a little rating boost, don't they?
No, I feel like a midfielder like Ayoub Boadi will be appreciated by the purists.
Okay, it's a lot harder to appreciate.
Like literally when
16 of 16 passes completed in the attacking third, except or
the
the attacking half, the take-ons.
The way it turned under pressure, purists love that stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're doing like a poll, when you're choosing the man of the match, normally it's a popular choice. You have to either have scored or assisted.
Yeah.
Because people look at those stats. They don't look at the intangibles that actually.
So that's why
foundation,
I guess Brunson, then he was always going to win.
If he scored. Oji Anunoby, some people would argue, had better impact or had more impact on the Knicks winning. I mean, especially in game 4.
I don't know. I'm not even going to claim to know basketball like that.
Yes.
But it felt like one of the most like balanced teams.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is it felt like you didn't know how the house was going to be built, but every player was bringing a certain amount of bricks.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
But Oji Anunoby, as you say.
No, he was
phenomenal.
Faultless a lot of the time.
Yes.
He didn't miss his shots.
But remember in game 4, his play.
Yeah,
Everyone remembers the putback.
Yo.
What people don't remember is that when the Aaron Fox got that turnover and rushed through and he went for the layup, who went with him?
Yeah.
Who blocked him without actually fouling? It was Oji Anunoby.
Yeah, but then again, like Hart has had some of the most amazing performances. He his steals, his blocks.
But then he also blew the layup in that game.
Man, but did you see his face?
Yes.
Can I tell you something?
He had a meltdown.
He
saw his life flash before his eyes.
One thing I appreciate in all sports is the feeling a player gets when it looks like they've thrown it all away.
Yes.
Hart is one of the smartest,
he has contributed
most diligent workers on a team.
Yes.
When he missed that layup in game 5 to take the lead for the Knicks against the Spurs, you could see he was going, I've thrown it all away.
Do you know what I think has happened these days as well?
Yeah.
When a player does that, they see in their minds, because players are so online.
You think they see
they go like, I'm
memes.
going to become a meme now.
They see the memes.
Yes. It's like, this is it. This is going to... Did you see Larry David's reaction, by the way?
To what?
When Hart blew the layup. It was like straight out of cab.
I didn't see it.
He almost collapsed. You should see it. It's so funny. He almost died. Like Larry David was this close. Like if you see, because he expects and then you see him just like, people had to hold him up. That's how shocked he was. But I'm saying that every Knick contributed. Even the players off the bench contributed.
No. The Knicks were...
But for me, Anunoby's influence on that game. Remember, Anunoby actually is also the one who threw the inbound pass.
He did.
To Jalen. And then he ran all the way.
Yeah.
The heart and the desire at that time in the game. It wasn't the beginning moments. This was towards the end of the game. You've been running back and forth. The heart and desire for you to run and get that put back and actually put it back in his people were debating him and who is the finals MVP because also Anunoby really. I think he averaged around 22 points. Brunson averaged 24, but remember Brunson takes double the shots that Anunoby gets. But I think Brunson, when he scores 42 in a decider, You can't look past him.
My man, you know what I also can't look past? New York City itself. You know, people always say as a platitude, oh, New York, the greatest city in the world, New York, greatest. I don't know many cities in the world where you could have a Game 5 of a historic NBA championship, also have a World Cup match between Brazil and Morocco, have all of that happening at the same time as like a Puerto Rican Day parade.
Oh, yes.
Have all of that happening, streets packed. People, you know, some people were just going out for dinner that night as well.
New York is just always
Yeah,
packed, yes.
some people in New York didn't even know all these other things were happening. The city is chaos. People are in the streets cheering, climbing on top of things. Some people are breaking things, you name it. And the next morning, the city's still there. Like it never happened. I genuinely was like, yo, nothing. New York used to have, I don't know if you were ever around in New York, around Hurricane Sandy.
Oh, yeah.
I
missed it.
They had like the song that they put on and was like, we are stronger than the storm. And they're like, we're stronger than the storm. And I remember watching that and I was like, no, guys, come on. What do you mean you're stronger than this? Yo, seeing New York and I was like, okay, no, New York is it's impenetrable. It doesn't matter what it is.
No, there were people complaining going like, why would FIFA schedule their game? Because they're going to call the NBA playoff schedule, we knew. But why would FIFA? Because they were going to make such a logistical nightmare for the city hosting like all these. And New York, but also remember, New York is so resilient. New York is a city that it bounced back after 9/11. Many other cities would never bounce back.
New York, New York. New York has shown, like New York. Now I'm excited for the final because I want to see.
It's going to be,
I want to see what a New York final is going to be. But we're still still ways away from a final.
But you know what New Jersey people are saying?
What are they saying?
It's not happening in New York. I don't know why New York keeps claiming that's New York. It's in Jersey. The MetLife is in Jersey.
I mean, where the game is played and where the fans are two totally different things.
Because fans are like, no, we don't want to spend our time.
Yeah, I mean, you know, New Jersey.
They're like people from New Jersey.
New Jersey can say what it wants, but it's like what is it? New Jersey's the liminal space of this World Cup.
Yes.
I mean, like, you know what I mean? They can say what they want, but like, let's ask the fans. I'm willing to bet money. If you go to any fan who went to any of these games or is going to any of the games, ask them where they were. I'll give you $10 for every person who says they were in New Jersey.
Yes. No, even people in New Jersey don't want to stay in New Jersey. I had a friend.
If we're not careful, we're gonna be as hated by Wembanyama, but in New Jersey.
I had
only.
A friend invite me back to. I had a friend. He had a party and he told me to invited me to New Jersey, and I went like, sorry, but I can't make it because if I came to your party in New Jersey, even Ugandans would go like, dude, you'd rather just come back to Uganda. Why would you go to New Jersey? Why would you leave Uganda and go to New Jersey? But the thing I wanted to say about New York, and sports fans love this. We love underdog stories, right?
Yeah.
We love Morocco making a run. But the thing that New York taught me, and sometimes we take it for granted, is sometimes it's good for the sport for a big team with a big passionate base with big fans to win. Because what New York has done...
Sometimes, always, I argue.
No, but sometimes you like Greece winning 2004.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm saying the publicity and the contagious energy around New York, like, you know, the celebrities turning up.
Yes.
Sometimes the sport needs that. Sometimes, let me put it like this, sometimes David needs to hoop. Goliath needs to whip.
Needs to whip David's ass.
Yes. Sometimes.
Yeah, but I argue this wasn't. I don't think that this was. I don't think this was Goliath beating David. I think it's the other way around.
Okay.
Let's go with this. Sometimes the fans of David, like, they get to such a point, like David's fans get so big that David needs to win the fight. Because I argue that the Knicks weren't Goliath in this fight.
No. But when you look at the way basketball,
no, I know what you mean. But like
big market teams and small market teams.
Yeah.
So San Antonio,
but for me, I'm like, nah, bro. The Knicks would like, people said whoever wins the game between OKC and Spurs is going on to win this thing.
Yes.
Right?
But what I'm saying is, when you look at the teams, when they talk about big market teams,
I hear you.
LA,
yeah, but they were
New
small.
York,
they were like a small team in a big market, and now they've become the biggest team in the biggest market.
No, because the thing is the amount of hype. Because we've seen OKC win, we've seen Denver Nuggets win, we've seen the Milwaukee Bucks win. We never saw this kind of hype. Because I'll tell you this, Taylor Swift, say what you will about her, she's not going to Wisconsin to watch the Bucks. She's not going to Oklahoma City to watch, however good they are, she's not going to watch the Thunder. She's not going to Denver to watch the Nuggets.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair to her, she's also like lived in New York. So people were also making it like she just popped out of nowhere. No. I understand where they were coming from. Because I can imagine if you were a Knicks fan, even if you were a celebrity, like if you were a celebrity who is below Taylor Swift, which is almost all celebrities, and you couldn't get into that game, and then you see Taylor Swift dancing up there with her friends, and you're like, which other games? Where was she?
Yes,
when the Knicks
when we were
was
going
blowing
through,
leads.
yes.
You know what I mean? Year after year. Where was... I can see why people were angry, but at least...
No, but for me, it's not just her. Timothée Chalamet, currently the biggest movie star in the world.
Yeah, but Timothée,
I mean, he's a fan of the Knicks.
Fan is an understatement.
Yes. But I'm saying a small market team like OKC doesn't have a Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
A small market team like Denver Nuggets don't have Timothée. So Timothée Chalamet helps the sport go from the back pages to pop culture.
Yeah, that's true.
Taylor Swift, all these people.
I see what you're saying then. You're saying it's good for the sport
you need Jack Nicholson,
to have moments that pop it into pop.
Yes.
I argue that's what Team USA did. So for me, the biggest reason I was happy for Team USA to win is because the stadium had Tom Cruise, David Beckham, Leonardo DiCaprio, Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, I Show Speed, Draymond Green. Because of that, I was happy for America, for Americans, for the sport, for the global spectacle of it all. So that it also didn't become like a sideshow.
Yes.
I didn't want people to come and be like, is this the soccer you guys are talking about? It was like, this thing is real and we have a real team and we have a real moment. That's what I enjoyed about it.
So for me, that's why I say you always need, in a way, the big match. And I know sports fans don't like it, but it's almost like if you want sport to grow and if you want sport to transcend sports, because you know, a sport doesn't grow if it's just the die-hard fans.
Right.
If you want it to go mainstream, you want it to cross over from the back pages to TMZ. You want to see you want to see Pulisic and all those guys being like harassed by the TMZ reporter.
You know what I'm just thinking of now? Essentially, this is what you're saying. In order for David's victory to mean something over Goliath, we need Goliath to be Goliath.
Yes.
Fundamentally, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Saying,
because if Goliath doesn't become Goliath, then David just hits some random dude with a stone in the middle of his head. And it's not a story.
Yes.
So we need Goliaths to be made so that the Davids can fell them.
I like how you went.
It's the same with Brazil. If you don't have that.
If David hits some random dude.
Yeah, if David just hits some random dude with a stone, it's like, all right, do you hear what David did?
It wouldn't be a proverb,
Yeah, he hit another guy with a stone. Man, that guy needs to put that slingshot away, man. He just, he's nothing licensed.
He needs to hit Goliath.
Yeah,
you got to hit that.
But for Goliath to be a thing, Goliath has to be Goliath.
Yes,
you know what I mean? The reigning champion of the world.